If you find yourself procrastinating on tasks around the house, dreading the time you need to spend on it, I want you to take a few minutes to listen to this episode because I hope that it's going to help.
Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast.
When I talk about procrastination and really dreading doing some of the tasks that feel overwhelming around your house, I know full well what that feels like because I am kind of a very big procrastinator. I always have been. Even when I was younger, I used to procrastinate on things and I would wait until the last minute. And even now, like there's certain things that I still allow myself to procrastinate on because I don't think that it's crazy important. But I have found that one of the things that I can't procrastinate on is household tasks. And the reason for this is because if I procrastinate on household tasks and things that need to be done, I allow myself to just kind of do other things and not focus on them. And then they start building up and they build up and they build up and they build up. And it overwhelms me. And then not only are they just sitting there, all these things need to be done. My list is getting super long, but then I start to procrastinate even more because I want to completely avoid this giant list that has accumulated because I have procrastinated for so long and now there's so much that needs to be done. So, when I realized this and I was like, I just need to get ahead of it and I need to create some type of system to stay focused and to get things done so that I don't fall behind, so that it doesn't get overwhelming. And if you are listening to this podcast, you probably are in the same boat. Like you have felt this feeling. So you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And when I started to put routines into place, it made sense to me to organize it in a way that was super simple, that kind of captured everything I needed it to do while not making it stressful to maintain these, different routines. I kept it really, really simple. And that allowed me to actually have a plan on how to get out of the mess and how to maintain so that it didn't get back into that mess. But the consistency of maintaining those routines is crucial in order for your whole system to work because you need to rely on actually doing those routines to make progress and to keep, your house tidy and to keep up with laundry and to keep your meal planning cycle in place. So we really need to actually stay consistent with our routines, but sometimes if we're big procrastinators or if we're feeling overwhelmed or we're dreading the time that it takes to do all those things, then we're not going to stay consistent with our routines. And the number one thing that I have found that has helped me stay on track, and maybe this is something that applies to you too, but the number one thing that has helped me is changing my mindset. And I know that sounds really weird and it sounds like that's not going to be very helpful, but just think about all of the things that you have in place. So think about creating the habit or the routine that you want. Like you have a plan, you have it set up, you can create that and you know what you need to do, but you're dreading it. So instead, flip your mindset and start thinking about the get tos instead of the have tos. So instead of thinking that you have to get to the meal planning or you have to go grocery shopping or you have to do laundry because it's just something that needs to be done and it's just this negative attitude towards it, instead of that, think about how you get to plan out your meals to make the rest of the week a breeze. You get to go grocery shopping once so that you don't have to go for the rest of the week and you're going to be so prepared. You get to do laundry, you get to do a load every day so that you can really enjoy your weekends. And that's what I'm talking about is like we can focus on the negative and then we're just going to dread it. We're going to push it off and we're not going to do it and we're going to get super overwhelmed. But if we flip that little mindset into focusing on the positive of being able to get to do something instead of having to do it, and focusing on the benefits of being able to do it and get it done and how that's going to improve your life moving forward, your whole attitude around household tasks changes. And that's what happened to me is like I used to dread dishes. I used to dread doing laundry. I used to just get so annoyed when we would have to clean. And now I actually enjoy all of those things. Do I always want to do it? Absolutely not. Because sometimes I'm really tired and sometimes I just am not in the mood and I'm not perfect. So there are days that I don't do everything every day, but it doesn't go on for multiple days or weeks in a row because I don't allow it anymore. Like if I need a couple of days off, like, okay, I will give myself a couple of days off because I know that's what my body needs. I know that's what my mind needs. But I know that if I get back to my routines, I am going to be so much better off and I'm actually going to feel better. So I have to maintain those routines because I get to maintain those routines because I know it's going to improve things moving forward. So when I do that, one of the things that has helped me to kind of flip that and also stay consistent is to find the little things that work for me. I've noticed in a lot of comments and in the Facebook community and in reviews that you guys have left. And first of all, thank you for leaving reviews. I super, super appreciate it when you leave a review on your podcast app because I love seeing the ratings, like the 5 stars and everything, but I also love seeing the text, like being able to read your words and see how this is helping you. So I just wanted to take a little side note to say thank you if you have left a review. But I've noticed in those comments and reviews that there are so many people tweaking things and really recognizing what works for them. And I love seeing this. I always comment that I love seeing this or I love hearing it, and I truly do. I know it looks repetitive and it looks like I'm just probably saying those words, but I really do like, it makes me happy when I see that somebody has found what really works for them and then shares it because it helps other people see that and understand how they can tweak something to work for themselves too. So, if you know that something isn't working right, or if it's really close, but it's just not quite there, tweak it because we always talk about testing and tweaking. So you create the habit and then you test it and you tweak it until it works best for you because everybody's different. Everybody's lives are different. Everybody's situations are different. Your personality is different. Your motivations are different. You have a different lifestyle. Like there are so many things that just I can give the framework and the base of the routine, but you have to customize it to make it work for you because you know yourself best. And when I see people finding what works best for them, it just makes me so happy. So the things that might help you is that once you have your routine in place, you have built it and it is simple, it's quick, it's efficient, it's productive, but it's easy to maintain. That is what you're going to focus on, and then you flip your mindset and you focus on how you get to do this so that the rest of the week goes smoother or that then you're going to be set up, you're going to feel prepared, you're going to, any benefit that it has for you. And then if you need a trick to get you moving on those days when the motivation is just not there, focus on finding something that works for you. So this might look like household tasks. So let's say you know you want to complete your daily 7 home routine and it's 20 to 30 minutes and it just resets your whole home to just maintain the tidiness. So you know you need to do this, but let's say you have zero motivation. You know you have the time to do it because you've scheduled the time in your weekly layout, so you know you have it in your day stack. You have the time built in to do it, but you just have zero energy to do it. Find something that gets you moving and kind of tricks it. So it's like, okay, I know that if I get my daily 7 home routine done, I am going to feel so much better and I'm going to be able to go into the rest of my day or the rest of my evening or whatever. I'm going to be able to wake up with a tidy home. Anything that you need to focus on how you will feel afterwards and how much better it is going to be once that's done. Because if you don't get it done, you're going to go through the rest of the day with your house being kind of messy, and you're going to be frustrated and you're going to be annoyed that you didn't get it done when you had the time earlier. And it's going to be all these negative impacts moving forward. So instead, we're going to focus on the positives, we're going to focus on the benefits, and then find something that works for you. So maybe it's that trigger task. I talk about a trigger task being the thing that launches you into your routine. And maybe it's just the trigger task that you need. You just need to start that one thing and it will launch you into the rest of your routine. Maybe it is that you know you have no motivation, but you need to just set a timer for 15 or 20 minutes and you need to get off the couch and go start your routine. And when the timer goes off, you're done. Or maybe it is locking your phone because that is distracting you and you just need to put your phone away and complete your task until you get it done. Or you need to commit to doing just as much as you possibly can in just 10 minutes. And then from there, you can either decide if you're done at the 10 minutes or if you want to continue on and finish your routine. There are so many different little tricks we can do for ourselves to almost trick our brains into like starting, and then we usually get in the process and we just want to keep going because we want to finish it, and then we kind of build up the energy to actually go through and finish the routine. And there are probably going to be some days where you don't want to and you commit to doing the 10 minutes and then you're like, that's all I've got in me today and I'm okay with that, then be okay with that. But understand that that is a decision you are needing to make or you're choosing to make, not because you're just procrastinating. And having that little mindset shift makes such a big difference. And I guarantee you, more often than not, you'll actually just complete your whole routine because once you get started, you're going to see how much better it feels. And then when you do this over and over, day after day, week after week, month after month, it's just going to become something that you do. And the norm is going to be completing your routines, and the abnormal is going to be missing them instead of the opposite. And you're going to find that you are so much less overwhelmed because you're not letting these things build up. And that is what has been helping me for the past several years of actually maintaining household tasks, not procrastinating, and actually enjoying the tasks because I can focus my mindset on the benefits of having them done. So, I really truly hope that this is helpful for you. I know it's kind of a different episode than I normally do. It's more of a motivational episode. Like I want to talk to those women that are feeling so overwhelmed. Like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and sometimes just that simple mindset shift is the key to unlocking it and just moving forward and getting out from that dread and overwhelm and just stressed feeling about household tasks. And I know cleaning the toilets doesn't seem very enjoyable, but the way that your bathroom feels after the toilets are cleaned and after the bathroom is cleaned, and you walk away and you flip that light switch off after having your bathroom all tidy and clean and it's just fresh, like that is what you're focusing on. You're not focusing on the dread of cleaning the toilets. You're focusing on the feeling that you have when you leave a clean bathroom. So, like, those are the things that we're focusing on here. So, I will kind of, I didn't really have steps, but I'll kind of quickly recap what I'm kind of talking about here is you first want to create that habit or routine. So, like I said, you want them simple, you want them quick, and you want them efficient and productive. So, if you have a routine that is so long and stressful and overwhelming and it just takes half of your day, it's too much. You need to break it down. And you can use my episodes to create your 5 foundational routines and get them set up. So, your 5 foundational routines here are your morning routine, your meal planning routine, your daily 7 home routine, your movement routine, and your budget routine. So, that is what this podcast focuses on. If you're new here, you can go back and listen to those episodes and get your routine set up, especially the starting episodes at the beginning of this podcast. They're really going to help you kind of get those set up. And then, like I said, test it and tweak it. So at least get the foundation set up and then adjust them to make them work for you. But the way that I help you set up these routines is going to be super simple and efficient. And then you're going to focus on flipping your mindset. So once you have your habit or your routine set up and in place, you're going to be able to flip your mindset and focus on the fact that you get to do these things because it's going to benefit you in whatever way, like fill in the blank, instead of focusing on the have to, that you have to get to things and the dread that comes with it. We want to focus on the positive and the benefits that you get to do this. You have a home that you get to take care of. You have food in the fridge that you get to prepare and make, and you get to plan a week of meals ahead of time so that you feel super prepared so that you're never stressing about what's for dinner the night of, like 10 minutes before you have to start making it. Like you get to do these things. And then finally, if you need to, find a trick that helps you get moving, something that works for you, not that works for other people, but something that works for you. And this is where you can rely on this trick when your motivation isn't there. So it might look like setting a timer, it might look like focusing on a trigger task for each of your routines, it might focus on putting your phone away or committing to doing just 10 minutes of work. Find what works best for you, and then that will help you maintain the consistency when you are not feeling motivated to actually get it done. And when you start to do this, not only will you ditch your procrastination, but you are actually going to start enjoying those household tasks.
Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.